even in the US, there are so many interesting tax permutations, like tax on events and ticketing is very different than tax on software, right? Tax thresholds vary by states. It is a really hard problem that I think people are tempted to ignore. It is exactly like RevRec. It is a compliance obligation that you have to stay on top of, that is just very fundamental to your business. As you're thinking about usage-based billing, you're emitting events and making sure that those events are being captured by a metering system. You need to make sure for everything that you sell that you have a tax system that has the right PTC codes, can charge the right tax, can grow with you as your strategy, and then handles the entirety of the tax lifecycle, right? Just like billing, tax has a life cycle. You have to register, you have to then calculate, you have to file, you have to remit.
People think that tax is something that happens after a transaction. I've been so guilty of this before. Should tax be embedded in the transaction design itself?
When you do a contract, generate the invoice and make sure that the invoice is right. Guess what's on the invoice? Tax.
Yeah.
Is your tax multiple line items? Should it be? Can your invoice ingest these multiple tax line items? Is your invoice compliant for the way that taxes have to be rendered, right? In many geographies, you have to very precisely render the tax rate and how it was calculated. Otherwise, your invoice is not compliant. So I think this is a very important concern for people to get ahead of, particularly as your enterprise gets larger when you're transacting in multiple geographies.